Yo, what's up? It's Jiggy Man. Go by name of Uthando.
And I am Jabu McDonald.
And it's your boy Cartier Solo.
And welcome to another episode of The Review.
No, this choir, it's coming along. It's coming along.
Yeah, he's done it this week.
We are still your connoisseurs of entertainment and everything with going on your TV right now. And gentlemen, can we talk?
Mm-hmm.
Is the space safe?
Pretty much, yeah. We're pretty much safe in this place right now. And you guys are good?
But good. Why? Okay, I need to ask us a question. Why is Zidile and Namhlanje? We are
I don't
all
know,
in
like-
black.
It's all black affair.
It's an all black affair. Listen, I will say maybe this sounds shady, but maybe we are Gengi mourning the end of Big Brother.
And I was so sure today we're not going to mention anything about Big Brother.
Yeah,
Wow.
like it's the end, and it's been quite a week, eh?
Yes.
Because they've started the podcast tours now.
Yeah, and sure.
We knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
Guys, can someone please switch off that camera? Like, mthatheleli phone.
Any mic.
No. But hey,
I know the tours have started.
The tours have started.
Yeah, but for me, I'm just having a good time and laughing about the whole thing, you know?
yeah.
Yeah, we're probably going to have a fair share of the podcast tours as well. So, yeah, but yeah, we'll reveal all in a good time, guys.
Let's see. We're watching. We'll see what's going on out there.
Yeah, because I'm talking to the winner. So the winner is like, you know,
You're talking to the winner now.
to the winner. And she
No,
wanna
but
come.
when was Abantu? Dang it.
No, I deal with winners, man, not salty losers, you know? No, I deal with the winners.
The real winners.
They're real, but those are queens.
It's not a self-crowned. What is it? Self-king.
Self-proclaimed.
They proclaim one. Nah.
Okay, but I think I must say, like, the way that she is spiraling a little bit, it's like, man, maybe take a week and heal, because
I think she needs to
It's
take
the
a bit of
fans
time.
also
you know?
making it worse.
it's the fact, like, we've said this before, they created a monster and they are continuing to feed into the monster.
And I saw a clip of this other guy saying, like, you know what, guys, it gets to a point, like, you need to actually just cut your losses and realize it's okay. You didn't win, but just focus on the positive and not to be dwelling on the negative
at
so
that.
much.
People love you, you know.
Yeah,
people love
you have people that love you, that are willing to like do a lot of things for you. Maximize on that. Like
Yeah.
they really want to push you to brand, to everything. You can
And
make,
brands are gonna want to work with you because you've got the support. But now,
if
when
you
are
just
doing
spew
the things-
negative.
yeah,
And the way he was like throwing dirt at DSTV, multi-choice, I'm like, oh my God.
and that's a bridge that if you burn that bridge,
Sure.
like it's,
Epeli.
in my opinion. But the other thing I'm also noticing is, like, she's very argumentative. You know, I was watching that whole back and forth with Ghost Lady. That's one of the
Poor
ones.
Ghosty.
And I was just like, dude, Ghost is literally saying, like,
Taking
this is
what
a
people have
fact.
been saying,
Yeah.
you know.
You could have just corrected her and be like, no, that's not what actually happened. You don't have to attack someone. It's like, do you have logic? Like,
And then, yo, guys, I was so rude. I was just like, even McG tried to like swing back to that, like, you must think.
McG is no,
Oh,
McG is
stirrer.
yeah, he's a pot stirrer, that one. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
like I was just like shook the whole time. Like I was like,
Yeah.
no, there's no way this is happening. But yeah, man, we're gonna now just jump into TV news, TV news and entertainment news, with Jabu, and he will let us know what has been happening in the streets and what has been happening on the TV world. Sure.
I think I don't know if I mentioned this before about the new telenovela that's coming to ETV, which is Emzini.
I did mention last week.
Yeah, last week. Just adding on in terms of what has been announced so far now. The cast has been revealed. It looks exciting based on the cast reveal. I mean, Motabin Chelele, who has been on our screens for years,
yes,
the
we've seen
legend.
her.
She returns on our screens. There's Bokang.
She was on Skim Sam, ne?
Yeah, she was playing Mokhadi's mother.
Yeah.
There's Bokang Pilane. I'm a huge fan of her work. I used to love her on Blood Sounds. I thought that she would be one of those people that would see. I even thought that she's actually Hollywood material. She's also making a return on our screens, playing her daughter on the show. There's Kabonina Kubega.
With the realness.
Kubega. No,
Kubega.
Kubega,
I
yeah,
think so.
It's Kubega.
Muzim Tabela, Tyson Matonzi. There's a new guy, I forgot his name. He's also part of the cast. There's Wiseman, who's the lead. Wiseman Mube is also the lead on the show. There's a lot of things that
Dumisani Bembe.
Dumisani Mbebe. Yes. He's also part
He's
of
a different thing in Xhosa, okay?
Yeah.
What did I say? Oh, wow.
So yes, he's joined the cast. Nomsabu Teles is also part of the cast. So it is going to be very interesting to see.
It's got an interesting cast. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, if any you say it's good and it's interesting, what is interesting about the show? What's the show about? What does it entail?
Yeah, the show is basically about this family that owns a lounge called Emzini Lounge, which is basically in Alexandra. I doubt that that's the only thing that's bringing them money. There might be something happening underground that we don't know about. The interesting thing is the twist they bring in terms of Dumisani Mpepe's character. Something about him coming back from prison and wanting to fight for his empire that was stolen. And I'm curious to know what actually happened in terms of that. And there's a whole family that was wealthy. They lost everything. Now their mother is literally a helper to the other family that's rich. They had everything, they lost everything. Now their mother's a helper to a rich family. So that's going to be interesting to see how that goes. But yeah, I think there's a lot of villains on this show.
Sounds something that I've seen before. But
I mean, literally.
I'm going to be very hopeful. I'm going to be very hopeful
yeah, we were
about
all
the storyline.
hopeful about we were all hopeful about a lot of shows, but the thing is, like with South African shows, I'm starting to see a pattern of like there's a big buzz, like but lack or like material,
Consistency,
consistent in the show. Like there's a lot that I'm seeing that, and I feel like they're falling to the same traps all over and over again.
I think also channels are afraid of exploring new concepts. Like Inimba, we knew that Inimba was not like a show they really thought that would do so well in terms of
the thing is,
DSTV.
like, they should allow the audience to be the decider, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because I feel like they are just too in their heads a lot. So they think they've now the audience has been exploring a lot of things now. People actually watch, you know, the fact that any of the audience now even watch K-drama. K-drama, they watch shows all over the show. We've exposed to a lot of shows right now.
People are afraid of making bold decisions.
And the thing is, like, now, as a consumer, as a viewer, we as you're exposed to a lot of things, people are enjoying beauty and what and black.
Yeah, beauty and black.
Yes. They're enjoying it though. Like
they're enjoying the trash of it.
The storyline.
The storyline.
It's the storyline that is being that leads you to. Sometimes, guys, it's not even about the actors, even about like the quality, like or having it, you know, like flashy. What? It's not even about that. But I feel like, you know, channel are like really overthinking a lot of the shows, and they thinking like, okay, no, it should be like this way. Because they are really comfortable into this zone. Like we need to focus on this and do this. But again, hopefully Emzini is gonna be good.
Delivers, yeah.
But something that put me off so bad that I heard, I think they use AI when they're making their sequence track. I'm like, this sounds so AI. This sounds so AI. I could be wrong though, but it sounds like an AI like making of that sequence. But
I think we had a chat about like how, remember there was another show that I don't think I mentioned it on the show, but like there was a show that I saw where it looked like the title sequence was done
using AI.
So I do think, and I really hope that we're not doing this in South Africa, because at least in Hollywood and stuff like that, right? Like they have a lot more opportunities than we do. And right now, if we're going to use AI, we're going to be taking away so many opportunities. And it's like, we have some really creative people. One of my favorite title sequences to date, The River was awesome. They used to have like great
Brendan,
even
Jew or something like
even Low Love and Betrayal. My God, like I loved watching that the thingy, the intro for Low Love and
That's
Betrayal.
so good, yeah.
It's really great, and it shows that we've got like such a
Have you watched the series what is it? All Her Fault?
Yes.
I like that title sequence. It's actually good.
It's good. I think but yeah, I think I could be wrong, but hey, anything else?
Not.
Yeah, 3 new telenovelas in total coming to ETV.
3?
Yes, so Emzini is one of them.
For now.
Yeah, for now. There's another one that's coming from Stained Glass. They're producing a show that will replace, that's most likely to replace House of Zwide. Tshedza Pictures is also has something in the works for ETV. This is their debut on ETV. They've never produced anything for ETV, so they might be taking over the 8 p.m. time slot. And there's rumors already Sindi Dlathu's returning. She might be on the Tshedza show. Rami Chuene is also returning. She might be on the Tshedza show. So yeah.
So that would be interesting because
Yeah.
I don't recall enjoying Sindi Dlathu since the river. You know, I know she's been on quite a shows, but I feel like we always remember her from the river. But hopefully this
she's
one,
been on a lot.
Yeah,
I think
she's
I
been on a
enjoyed
lot.
on Ispeto
and also
Queendom.
That's recently.
Yes, yeah.
But I feel like I don't know.
We know her as
Lindy Woodland. One like that one.
It's difficult. Yeah, it's difficult when
it's difficult to top that one. But hopefully we still get the best of her and see how good she can do with this one. Any other news?
Nothing so far as yet.
Okay, that's great. So now we're gonna jump into reality check, where we're gonna be looking at your favorite reality shows, and we have quite a lot to talk about. Being A Xaba is back after a week of haters, whatever.
I actually hate that we always have to. I feel like Being A Xaba is the ugly stepchild.
Yeah, like everybody can
gets mushed.
People can just put it on the side and just continue programming.
Because I missed it. And I feel like when you don't see them for 1 week,
they should have played 2 episodes today.
Exactly,
yesterday, on Sunday,
back to back.
Yeah, they should have give us a back to back on Sunday. I'm like, no guys, no ways.
Yeah, no, but great episode though. I love seeing
a lot happen.
A lot.
Yeah, I feel like the most notable thing for me is how every sibling is looking at the certain siblings to think that they had probably been living
envious of each other.
Yeah, envy is what was the order of the day, because I saw that the siblings think some siblings had it easier than them, you know, and that's what I realized. It's okay about. This is how Umangisi was looking at everybody else. It's like, oh, yeah, like my flat in, and also Zevile, also looking, comparing her, like, accept him, accept Hanga. It was literally just very interesting, because I feel like them sitting in together, it's now going to bridge that gap a little better, because they're now going to understand.
They can talk about it.
If they, without actually you know,
but yeah,
and I saw Undu fighting. Guys, I'm sorry, but he's not beating the allegations.
He's not beating the allegations. He's running straight into them. He's going straight into them. But I think you're right. Like right now, it's probably it has to get messy for it to get better. But I don't think that they have a healthy way of talking to each other. And I do think if you notice the pattern, right, in that family, it's funny that whenever Nontle, T, Ndu, and Sihle are together, they clearly have a very different relationship to everybody else, right? Because they don't have that envy of each other.
They're more closer than the other ones.
Yes, I think they understand each other more. Whereas Abu Zevile and all of them, they see things from the outside, and then they and the villain in all of this is VJ.
And also the fact that Undu also whisper things to Ozevile that
was wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
and that I need to. But they all do that. Usiche, right? It was also like somehow there's always a whisperer, like someone who's spreading news. Because Sihle was that about the 2 kids, Ndu.
And also, I didn't think that Sihle didn't have a perfect relationship with VJ. What she revealed shocked me. Is like, oh, so she's also dealt with the rest.
Nobody's safe around VJ, dog. Nobody is safe. That's everyone.
Even T is coming for you.
She has T also about him, you know.
Yeah, because T, they have a good relationship seemingly. Because I realized T is VJ's favorite child. It's confirmed now. It's stamped. T's the one child. She might not have a great relationship with her dad, but she's got the best one out of all the siblings that we've seen thus far. You know, everyone else, it's taking.
I think I'm interested to know about this other fella. There's a guy there. He hasn't said anything.
Which one? He looks big guy.
He was on the trip. I think or something.
He was sitting next to Sihle, the
Tulan or something. Yes. Tulan. I'm interested to hear him, because he sounds like he's close to VJ, you know. And
isn't he like one of the youngest brothers?
Youngest, yeah, he's very young as well. So I'm interested to hear his side, because it's someone that he's always quiet. Like, he doesn't say much about him. Even during the trip, he didn't say a lot, you know. But
he was just there.
And I'm just like interested to hear what he had to say. But I feel like he hasn't really
gotten an opportunity
to express it, because even when everybody was talking, obviously it got distorted.
There's a lot of them. And the thing is, even the trip, I wish all of them were there. Like, Unotolo would have been interesting to see her.
Is that the one that had the child?
Yes.
The eldest one.
I think that's the eldest, because
the
a lot
eldest
of them, the names also are confusing.
But I also wish they had diary sessions. I feel like that's where we can get a lot more. Like,
but
if they had diary sessions.
Sitla's diary session are very interesting.
Yeah, no, they are. No, but I'm just saying, like, the other kids, like, the one that you're talking about.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah,
and I'm saying, like,
like
Sitla's diary session were very, like, interesting because as obviously diary sessions are shot way later, like after the incident happened,
reacting to what happened. Yeah.
The time that in Sitla, they were like, Zevilo was literally just throwing daggers at Usi.
Yeah, no, and those daggers were thrown.
They were like
we Matrix. It was like dodging them.
And like when I was sitting there, like taking it all in, and we can see that she's getting very agitated and very pissed off, of which I think it's rightfully. And I like the fact that she just decided to, like, you know what, instead of me reacting with insults and everything, let me just be factual. And then
she was insulting on her diary.
That's why now she took the opportunity to, like, lash out and say what she wanted to say.
No, but Zevilo is wrong with the whole thing. It's like, so apparently you were married to dad's friend.
No. She said it that maybe I don't get that treatment because I didn't marry my dad's friend. Maybe that's why my child was
why are you taking like that out of a child?
We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you.
I'm so mad that I was like so wrong about Undu.
I kind of
because I feel like Undu is like someone that is misunderstood, and I think he still is.
Yes,
but I feel like he's also not helping himself because he's continuing to literally run on the same track that they've literally marked him to run.
No, yeah, he is. I still have a soft spot for Undu. I'm sorry.
I think Undu, he's probably just an angry child because of everything that has been happening.
But he's lashing out on the wrong people.
But I feel like now his anger is misdirected. The anger is really not with the people that he's shown the anger to, Mangis didn't do anything. Uti didn't deserve that, And the worst thing is that it's going on. Even next week, we're going to see it. Like in this week, this Sunday, we're going to see that he's
how many times is he going to walk out?
It's the walkout thing that's also...
Yeah, it's also like a petulant child. Like, oh, come on,
okay, again, he doesn't need an advocate, but let me try to play devil's advocate slightly. As a person who had an absent father, I think, guys, there's a lot of trauma and emotion that they are all dealing with, right?
Sure.
Yesterday revealed that their trauma and whatever they went through and the experiences are completely different, and it also revealed that they are all looking through a lens that's very distorted, because it's like if I'm the child who, if let's say we're all siblings, if our dad is paying more attention to you, even if we grew up in the same house, if our dad is paying more attention to you and not attention to me, right?
You will feel it.
I'm going to feel like, no, man. But also you could feel like, but hey, dad is like a little bit too hard on me because he wants me to be a soccer player. He wants me to be these things. So that's your relationship, right? We all want something from our dad, but he's not giving it to us, right? I want his attention. You want him to be less hard on you. Ujabu just wants him to talk to him. But like, weird things.
We want different things, but we don't get those things. But everybody that looks at us thinks we're getting them because they feel like, oh, Ubafana is getting what I want.
Exactly.
And I'm looking at you because you're getting what I want. And Ujabu is looking at...
He's looking at the situation of like, okay, dad, I'm the black sheep. And like Uthando always says he's the black sheep of the family. So I do think that there's a lot of conversations that they need to have, obviously in a way that moves
very
the needle and is productive.
And I love the ending of their conversation, the ladies. When they realize, I'm like, you know what, we are suffering from the same pain,
and it's
from the same source of pain, more especially,
they're all victims.
We are all victims. We are coming from a broken place, all of us, and the person that is doing all of this is that person. And the thing that we need to do is we need to come together as sisters and be there for each other and not continue the hurt that you have experienced from this man, because it will not help us. And I feel like that was the moment. That was the moment that I felt like, you know what, it's needed to happen. And I feel like, you know what, I'm glad for Ulunzana Uzandile. No, but Uzandile. Uzandile, yes. And then Uzandile, I'm like, I want us.
No. Is it not the? It's
Was that-
Zianda.
Somewhere is that?
Yeah, like, sorry.
I'm
Zianda.
sorry, guys, in Baningi.
Yeah, I think it's Zianda.
But I felt like her like saying that I want to when I come to Durban, you guys
Yes. Like I just want to have sisters, guys.
I want to be able to pick up a phone and call you, just check up on you.
I hope they mean what they were saying.
I hope so too.
I hope it's not for the camera.
I don't think Sihle will follow through with that shit.
I don't think
Sihle is
Sihle does.
fucking hardcore with those
Sihle
people.
is gonna hold grudges. She looks like
She
the
does
type
hold
who still has.
Do you see those diaries, bro?
No,
you see
Sihle-
those
Sihle does
diaries?
hold
Like
diaries.
she was like,
grudges.
fuck this girl.
No, she was.
You should have kept your man who Tasha hated. But I'm like, oh, he.
Yeah, Bonagi. Like,
I'm like-
it got so. If there was a reunion, they would fight on that reunion because now you said one thing to my face, but behind my back in your diaries, you're backing up. You know, it's
Yeah.
like Uthando Nesthembu.
Exactly, I was about to say that. It's like giving
Like,
to the same.
the episode was so hectic yesterday when I was watching. It's like, my
Yeah, like,
reaction.
The prompts are like, what's like,
I
what
was
is
like,
going
what's
on?
going on here?
Yeah. Even Nonhle, okay, I understood her better, but I think Nonhle disappoints me to a certain degree.
That's an element. She can be the voice.
The
But
mediator.
man, sometimes
no. And this is all I realized, James, and I get her, right? Unontle has this thing of undu unjalo, mina angizingene zakhe, right? Which I feel like to a certain degree it hurts undu. And that's why Ndu, like, I think it was another factor of him escalating like that because he's like, bro, these people are talking about you and I. Like, this is a jab at us. And then we know they're talking about us. And probably they've had that conversation together as brother and sister. I would say there are people who are jealous of us because they think we had this relationship. Unontle in that moment, granted, she was just like, Echo, I want to just listen before reacting, right? But I do think Unontle, I don't know if it's like the more I watch, the more I realize that it feels like she's sort of distancing herself from Undu in a way that might make him feel like you're isolating me, and
It's
was
been
just
happening. I think
us.
it started the day when Uvijay revealed that Undu is aggressive. I think that's when she started distancing herself a bit because she now doesn't want that to affect them because they share the same mother, and now everything does will be like how kuzi and all that. So I think that's why
But I
she
think
doesn't
also
want that anymore.
In it's if like you my sister, if I'm straying and you see it somehow, you should be the first one to run to me
Exactly.
and pull me back on track. I'm like, hey brother, no, just
Bruh,
not do
like
this.
yeah, ngiyakuza, like you know,
the
like
fact it's in because evil and abo see like they're rushing to him and so
ula, c'est so fake.
yeah.
even it's like also like, you know, when you're in a relationship with someone, right? Or like friends, even best friends. You know how umngani wakho, right? In public, you sort of like have their back. Mara
But
behind closed doors, I'm like, now we you know?
you stop doing this nonsense about you call out your friend and be able to like tell them so
Yeah.
but you are reprimanding them in the situation. So I think it's safe to say that Undu is a villain for this season.
He's becoming the storming off.
Look at him sanitizing Nkule's image right now.
Never. Hey, never. Nkule's the villain. Never. No, I think Ndu is just proving that he's more and more like his father. Unfortunately,
He's just a bomb that's waiting to explode. Like he's a ticking time bomb.
I think he needs therapy. I think he needs help. He needs until this can get out of hand. I think he has a lot of resentment. I think he's harboring a lot of anger and hurt. And I feel like that would literally now.
You said hanger, and I do think he might have hanger because every time they're sitting at a table, he doesn't even eat, guys. Like he all storms off.
I said hanger. I said anger
as well, guys. He's got hanger.
They were drinking more, so I thought they were eating.
Yeah, but the alcohol does make things worse.
Yes,
I think
it
it
does.
just makes him even worse in how he reacts to things.
Yeah, but I hope they do sit. Even that game that they were playing, I feel like it's just gonna.
It's gonna make shit worse.
You know?
How long is this trip gonna be? Also,
Hey, bro, like, and I feel like this trip, and I keep counting. They said 5 more episodes, right? Is next week the last episode? Like,
I think on us 2 episodes left. I get it was
yeah. So there's like
this is 17. Like
next week is 18.
it's 8. It should be the end.
Because now that's +5.
Yeah, it should be the end.
So
then.
next week should be
they
the
added
end.
5 to the 13.
Yes, they
Yeah.
added 5 to this. So I don't know. And I saw VJ is coming next week. So maybe next week will be the finale.
Let's talk about the Uthando Nesthembu, the Mzumbe
Mzimbe
Kardashians. Bro, the therapy is taking way longer than it should, bro. I can't believe we were on the 3rd week and we're still like
And we're
talking.
not done.
There's a lot to unpack. That's the problem.
Still, I feel like there could have been a lot of ways for this to be like. Can we see other things? Can we like, bro?
Show us my kwela nomndeni wakhe.
No, but like I think it's dragging. Like I'm drained. Like I just can't keep up anymore.
I think this might be the final therapy week, right?
Next week. No, I think next week's might be two. Well, yeah, since it's 2 episodes, maybe
This week,
yeah.
So shoot, yeah, this week. So I do think we're gonna probably see because they're doing a sit down
All together, yeah.
Yes, but also you saw Eyagama Kumalo. It took a turn, right? Because hers was very emotional, and hers is the last one, a solo one. So I think that one is gonna probably the first episode on Wednesday will focus a lot on that, and then Thursday maybe we'll start seeing all of them together. So I do think brace yourself for another week. And now Mselegu looks like he's upset.
he doesn't like it.
Because like, why did I bring these people
He
here?
doesn't like the cook that are cooked because they're cooking him now.
No, they are frying him in Enebayamlaya.
And the thing is, like, you can't bring people who are professionals and think they're gonna like harbor your feelings.
Side.
Like, nah, they don't care about your feelings. They just care about the things.
We're gonna fix this.
And that's what I said. Not today.
The psychologist.
The psychologist.
I love her.
I told you guys. That's
Loved her.
Before you make that dinner table, and it should have been her because she is so good.
No, but I think she was smart. You know what I think she was doing? She was observing. I feel like she was at that table listening to everyone because the way that she spoke to those women one-on-one, she analyzed all of them to be like, okay, I need to approach this one
so
like
good.
this. She is amazing. And like that man who pissed me off when he was analyzing the ladies and he says, Mangwabe reminds me of a little child. I was like, yo, there's no way.
He sounds like a philosopher, like someone who
Michael is powerful. She's the
powerful.
matriarch. You know, Ushibasa, she's very intelligent.
I hated that. That was a situation. Remember, you know how we always say two men sitting together saying exactly? That was two
It
men
felt like
sitting
that.
together.
There's moments where I agree with him, and then there's moments like
I laughed. He just
No, I think that's the thing. Situations like this require someone like the psychologist, and the empathy and the compassion that she offers is something that is really allowing the wife to be able to speak. And guys, I don't think
maybe
Bro,
it was
they're
better
speaking
because
it.
it was a woman also.
yeah, they're speaking like now they like even.
Mayeni, bro, went
But what
deep.
was she saying about the kids? Why are we feasting on the kids, guys?
Ima, like, I like the fact that Mayeni doesn't
Hold back.
Around
hold
the
back.
bush, yeah.
Like she like speak about everything, but I was so taken aback about the thing that she revealed that Mangwabe's kid was like saying that no, we can't eat here.
yeah.
I mean, that was very heavy.
I'm not surprised though. You do know how
It's
Yes,
tough, though, but I would think in this situation because like it's a modern thing. It's like it's not like in the ancient times. Like you would think, okay, maybe.
Maruyabaza Bokoko Banjani.
But I'm curious to know the context in terms of what happened, like exactly. Because remember, Mayen at some point said that Umnini was poisoned.
Yes,
There were those accusations. So when did that happen?
It's probably recent because not recent, but like because we know this was shot.
They said they said they don't even interact as much anymore.
Because I want to into indaba this boy Umnini Mpumelelo saying that if that's a thing, that's the thing around the same time. I think this was last season, I guess. So I feel like maybe that was 2023 2024 now, but
maybe
that's how we turn it, you know.
Yeah, but maybe it could have also been something that happened a while back because remember she was using that situation as an example to say Umbadi should have come to speak to me the same way that Nami when this happened. Because let's be honest, the past few seasons this family has not been as close as they have been. It's affected the kids. The kids haven't seen each other in over a year. So maybe it's something that has happened a while back. And also the unfortunate thing about putting your lives on TV, we need to remember that the people that are now in your life are not the people we see on TV. They are these women have families that are watching the way that, you know, the dynamic
replicates everyone at this point.
Everyone, like now, like, Makumalo was saying, my brothers are pissed. My mom can't even watch this.
They hate watching the show. They used to enjoy watching it with so much pride.
Yeah. And now they're probably like, hey, listen, these ladies, what if they, you know, like maybe it was just and I'm not saying she was right. I think that was fucked up. But I do think that Mainu is obviously saying that as an example to say, this is what's happening. And now their families are now fighting.
I think she was valid to say that if any Inganyam say something rude.
Yes, go to me.
Go to the parent and then address it. I'm like,
don't throw around accusations.
Don't they now go around and whatever?
Yeah, go to his way.
But the thing is, like, still,
no,
because I feel like maybe why I asked, but he didn't think of telling Umaye.
He's also at fault at this, because why is he not addressing, like, also him not calling out his son when he's wrong?
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sure Mangwabe was able to tell Musa, and then Musa was shy, like, and under the rug. I'm like, I know it's something.
Because he's also like, because remember in the diary session, he said that Umayeni is difficult to talk to, and Umayeni, if you tell her something, she'll always make it about her. How he struggled now, he doesn't even like telling Mayeni anything anymore because it's always an argument between the two of them.
Another thing that Mayeni revealed is, like, I don't know if maybe it was like a low-key, subtle way of her telling us something. Speaking about Musa needs to take care of his kids more and what.
When she was basically calling him broke. When she mentioned, no, because I heard that too. And I took it as, financially. I heard that line.
And I heard, like, I'm like, is she insinuating that Musa is not stepping up as a parent to cater for his kids? For his kids and stuff like that. Because I'm feeling like Umangwabe is very appraisal of him. I'm like, hey, he's there for his kids.
Maybe they don't experience him the same way financially also, because remember, Umayeni works at a government job. So I'm sure Musamseleka has this mentality that she's going to come up with the rest. I'll just pay this and that and that. But then Umangwabe also works at the government. Then what's the difference? What is it that he's doing differently with the wives?
To work in the same hospital as her, but yeah, that's not
Você
do?
What's my spell? Hey, you think you know someone? Okay.
So she was like, I used to work at HR, so that's another story.
Okay, but, story time.
But also, honestly, like, I feel like maybe she was just sort of like telling us to maybe there is some parts where he's not
struggling.
He's not showing up as a father to kids.
But I think maybe, like, I like that we're saying that Umangwabe experiences him, because Mangwabe is able to say Mselegu is a great father.
He's not afraid to say it. Yeah,
he's a shitty partner though. And I also do because that's what she says. And I do think Umayeni, in what she also says, is like,
vice
even
versa.
In that episode. No. Even in that episode, there was an episode where she's begabonga, for what he did for the kids in the house and everything. I do feel like there are moments where Umayeni does feel like Mselegu is a good father, right? Not a shitty husband as well, but his financial muscle is not as strong as it is for the kids.
Why are people trying to, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what do they expect him to do? He has 5 families to feed.
If he's going to want to get all these kids, he better be able to take care of them.
It's his own problem. He's the one that created this whole mess. I mean, he wanted so many kids. But the thing is,
the wife are working, like...
I saw it. It doesn't... If it's the imaliable wife, mele ibathengele impahla nje. I'm saying we must handle the rest.
I don't think he does everything financially. There's things that because Umangwabe mentioned that she loves the house that was bought for her, but there's a lot of things that she wants to do, and she's still trying to make a lot of money in order for her to do that. Meaning that
Mangwabe is very independent.
So meaning that Musamseleko doesn't do everything. He just bought them the house. What they do with it, it's their own.
But she was saying that she wants to do 1 and 2 and 3 and stuff. Yeah, of which I get it.
Yeah.
Speaking with Umangwabe, she reveals it, and I think in a way she said that the reason she stayed is because of the kids, but not because she loves Musa, and she
believe it to a certain extent.
And no, I see it also because the kids were really hurt about the situation, and you could tell, and it's gonna be very devastating for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I feel Umangwabe in the situation should have been more privy to, like, not to throw this thing on Ingane.
She shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, until maybe to see it. Okay,
I think she was undecided at that time.
Yeah.
I think
now she's decided.
Yeah, that's the problem. Now she prepared the kid, and now she's going back on her word. So it's
and then now when she leaves again, it's gonna be double.
I don't think she's gonna leave. I think all of them, even with Makumalo. Remember what we said about Makumalo? I think it's just a matter of we're staying in this marriage to stay in this because shati last divorce. But the love is not there. We're just doing our wifely duties.
Also, I would be hurt if someone said they are learning to love me again. It's like, I don't know how I would feel about that.
No, I think they've hurt them, like they've hurt each other to a point that any love was like, is kind of secondary right now. It's not like a primary thing for them because you've hurt me so much.
That he's hurt them.
I'm saying them.
No, you said they've hurt each other. You said they've hurt each other.
I think they've hurt each other. Like,
you think they hurt Musa?
I think Musa has been hurt in a certain way. I know, like maybe to a degree of like maybe now he participated to the hurt that it came after. Because I'm not saying that Musa was hurt like for the first. They probably hurt. Musa hurt them, and then their reaction then hurt, and then now they're walking as hurt people, in a sense of like, I'm hurt because I hurt you because I hurt you first. It's like, you know that situation. No, and then now we are just like poking each other in the eye, you know, in the situation.
But that's why Musa needs to listen.
There is no one who is really willing to stand down and find reconciliation with one another and try to find a way to make it work.
But Bafana, it's because Musa doesn't want to listen to them. I think it's fine if we've hurt each other, right? Musa, let's be frank. In every conversation that this man has, even with the therapists, for him, it's always, I'm like this because of them. I'm like this because they made me like this.
Everybody's like that because of everyone.
But he said it's too soft or gentle in terms of how...
Did you want to imprison this woman, make them feel scared of him or whatever?
Mara, let's also remember who his advisors were, because you've seen the episode where he talks to Abangan Bake. May some of them rest in peace. May some... like, no, there could be one passed away. But like, like, there's a point that I want you to understand here, ne, where as much as I can hurt you, ne, and you can react to what I've done to hurt you, but if I'm never willing to listen to how I hurt you and what I did, then we'll never hear each other.
Sure.
Umselegu does not want he does not want to listen to them when they say, but this is what you did to us. Even as they were sitting at that table, right? They shared a little bit of how they are feeling. Mselegu he never wants to sit down and introspect to ask, but okay, why are you feeling like this? What were my actions towards you feeling like this? And maybe let's start from there to fix it, so that Linna, you can also come back and be like, okay, I hurt you too, and I'm sorry for the way that I hurt you, but it was because I was feeling like this. So it's like now this conversation is happening like this. No one is hearing anyone.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a broken cycle, and I don't think there's anyone willing to stop it. It's just continuing until I don't know when. I think what needs to happen. And I thought Musa, when people were like literally threatening to leave, he was gonna try and find a way to make it work and heal.
He did for a short time, and then he went like to his already.
But fuck these bitches. Oh, sorry, rude.
Uma Kumalo spoke as well in a session. I feel like I thought he was probably gonna speak about Umusa, but I think he just spoke about everyone in general. You know, she spoke about
the relationships
with everyone, the lack of acceptance in the house, within the marriage, and how she felt like everybody was targeting her and stuff like that. And also Musa, she felt like, in a sense, she was never truly accepted, because even someone that came after her were more received.
And we know who was that, right? We know who accepted her, right?
Yeah.
Of course. Mine was like, fuck you. I would prefer Bali. Yeah. That was sad.
I think it also says a lot about the type of person that she was over there and how she was putting on her face. Because Makumala has been a person who overcompensates for everything. It's like she always wants to be there for everyone else because she's trying to be liked and she's trying to impress them. And she did that with Umusamseleku, she did that with the wives, and to a point where it was pissing off otherwise. Like when Mayeni said that, do you think you're the only wife here? I think also her over there, she learned that no matter what you do, it will never be good enough for these people, and will never be a family. It will never be the family that you had wanted or envisioned. And let's just accept the way things are and just move on. And I think that's what she's been struggling to deal with. I think now she's finally accepting that There's nothing that she'll do that will make these people happy.
Yeah.
And Musa Mseleko and his wives and everybody else in her life, basically.
And now that she doesn't have Musa, it's probably making it worse because remember, all the other time, like she had Musa in her corner because they were like a unit. But now no Musa, uyamjika.
It's like everyone is against her right now, and it's even making the whole thing difficult for her. She doesn't know who to run to because she wants to run to her family, but at the same time, she doesn't want to tell them a lot because they're also hurt in the process. And she cares a lot about them too much to a point where she'd rather tell them the good things, not the negative things that are happening.
That made me sad.
Yeah.
That I think Makumalo session made me realize Utu Makumalo has had to carry a lot of like...
It's been things that she's been bottling up for years and then now.
And that's why she's breaking down the way that she is because, let's be frank, Mayeni has never fucked with her. And she has made it very clear. Right?
Oh, really? From the jump. She didn't even pretend. Like, at least Magdalena tried to
But already, Mayeni was like, that. And I also, there's also this drama. I don't know why
they feel threatened by her, though. I feel like
no, it's not. No,
because they feel threatened. No, but you know what? You know why I say that? It's because they literally felt like Musa and I were like the best of friends.
Yeah,
they were like they were inseparable.
It was just them, and they were the extras.
Yeah, they were just like, and that's why they would come at her and in the meeting say, "When I was born to, hey, I remember those meetings."
She was to blame, Lapo. I think we need to also keep
a bit too much.
Yeah, we need to keep it 100. I do feel bad for her, but there were times where she was doing too much, and she was defending that man and doing everything to a point where it made her seem like a villain. And Mseleko was very happy with her taking those lashings.
But then it's the same situation with her and Makwela. I mean, Makumalo came after Mayeni, and Mayeni couldn't accept Makumalo. Clearly, the common fact in this whole thing is Musa Mseleko and the narrative he spins to each and every wife.
The different vision they all sold.
Yeah, so Mayeni felt certain way about Makumalo, and also I'm going back to the whole thing of how he always tries by all means to make his wife inadequate when he tries to bring in another wife. So there's something that he did or mentioned to Mayeni about Makumalo that made Makumalo react the way she reacted towards Makumalo. And the same thing is happening with Makumalo and Makwela. This is the same situation. I don't know what was different. I see it though. I see what you mean. Mangwabe, I don't know what was the situation if Makumalo was already
lied to them.
I don't know how he accepted Mangwabe.
No, but remember how Makumalo, right? There's this hope she was here as a babysitter or whatever narrative, right? I do feel like Mayeni does harbor resentment of Makumalo's entrance into this family was not done properly. It was done kadi back door where you're saying that this is why this person is here, chiki, this is what's happening. Same thing where with Makumalo.
His was she babysitting?
I don't know.
But it might have been his kids.
Maybe
it was Mpumelelo, who knows?
But Makwele is Makwele.
Yeah.
She came in and remember he said, I'm not going to take anyone from your neighborhood. Now you're betraying me because you're doing that. That one thing. So I do think you're right.
History is repeating itself. Yeah.
I don't think it's possible to have Istembi without you being somewhat a pick.
Bafana, don't do that.
Hear me out.
Okay.
I feel you have to play to the feelings of that wife at the time to actually have a what you call a healthy situation with that wife. If it means you are trampling on the other 2, 3, 4 wives you have, it fucking doesn't matter. And that's why I think this now has gotten to a point where now Musa was playing all these things with all these wives. And all these wives have the idea of what the idea that they had. Mangwabu kwatele because Musa mthembisizo nomhlaba. Makumalo same thing. Mangwabe same thing. Umayeni same thing. Everyone has izulu walitayisela izulu liyi-1 kodwa bonke balitayisela izulu bonke
umakhwela yena umthembise
umakhwela nezulu lakhe walitayisela so izulu ladayiswa kwayi-5 ngendlela ehlukahlukene and of each those things I feel and now I feel all those things now when they now sit down and realize we were sold one thing but in different ways. And then they sit there for different ways.
That it keeps on selling.
And then now the
vision keeps changing.
And the vision is not the same. It's not synonymous to all of them. You know, it's what you cause. And then and that's what I'm saying. Musa played it so wrong. And I feel like
you agree that he played it. Oh, but okay.
You didn't hear me correctly.
No.
You
You said, and I was ready to fight with you. You said, Uguti, you believe that in order for it to be in his team,
you need to at some degree, but I feel like he dragged it to a point that now that's how anyone was introduced into this polygamy. That was introduction, because if you introduce people into polygamy with a dream, that dream must be a dream that everybody can now subscribe to within that polygamy. You must not say that it's an independent dream, and then how so
okay,
that's how I feel like
you land. Yeah,
I feel like you have to be a pickle in a sense, but in a manageable way. Because you need to survive, you need to get over things. But if now you are dragging it into a point that it's gonna show its cracks, and it's gonna literally eventually make you look like a dumb cop, and that's what now everything is kind of unraveling to be like now.
So essentially, deserves what's happening to him.
He does, and I hope that's what you're saying, ne? Okay, guys, I'm parking my fight with my partner for this week. It's cool. We agree.
All the three wives, I don't know if they love him. I don't know if they're happy with him. They don't know if they want to be with him.
They don't. They just.
It's only the first and the last wife that are literally happy.
Oh, so the last one is new love.
Mother and daughter still in love.
And that's the thing. I feel like that 1 and 5 is what making Mseleku think he's doing everything right. And I feel like that's the wrong thing.
The percentage doesn't make sense. It has to be majority.
And that's the thing that's making him like, you should make him like, you can't think, he knows Mayeni longer than any of these wives, and she's unhappy. Makumalo was a staunch Musa fan. Like, he would like wave off, like he will literally run into fire for him at some point. Mangwabe was like, Mangwabe is a woman, she doesn't say much, but when she says something, it's Dinil. So she would have took all of that in consideration. Yeah, but you trusting someone new, and you trusting someone that Ivele could literally allow that the situation to, because she wants you guys to all feel what you felt. I understand that Ivele is someone that has been long into this table, but I feel Umusa is it's not math. She should be focusing on like, okay,
what's wrong with the other ones that aren't?
Yeah, you always go to Kokflo seeking advice if like Kokflo's gonna answer back.
But you know what Mangabe said last week's episode? She said, Uguti Umusa, it's sort of like he doesn't want us to come together because he's scared that we're all going to be on the same page. And she's spot on. That's why the relationship between Makumalo and Mangwabe did make him feel uncomfortable in that episode. Because let's be honest, if all 4 of those wives came together, or 5 of them now,
he wouldn't be as powerful as he thinks he is right now.
At all. Yeah. I think Vela is Tim. You must divide and conquer.
That's but you're validating. It's the way you say things, but it's like you must be a people.
So this is a reality, and also listen, your feelings and reality are 2 different things.
I don't know. You know what, ne? Yes, there's what I think, and there's reality, right?
Yeah.
I do feel like, and here's where I feel like whenever you say those things, I sort of like twitch a little bit and I'm ready to fight. It's because the only reason that is the reality is because it's being perpetuated by patriarchy, right? It's been perpetuated in what you're saying. It's been perpetuated in you saying you have to be a little bit of a people.
It's how things should be done.
It's how things should be done.
It's not what I'm saying. It's like,
but wait,
in a sense,
that's how you were saying, Wuti. In a sense, in order for his vision to work,
it's like any other king in any world. They have to thrive with what? With dominance and dictatorship, of which is not okay in a sense. So that's how I'm saying that as much as we hate dictatorship and also control, but it's how you thrive as a king.
Exactly. But then it's like the perpetuation of it that makes it go on. Unfortunately,
it's 10% daughter. It's not there. So for me to thrive and be successful,
hold on.
To be successful, I have to enforce my ways, even if they are toxic.
There are other people involved. There are other people involved. They are not
the reason this thing exists. I'm the reason. So as a driver,
if you want that Tembu to work, are you basically saying that
I don't care? I don't care if they want
what they feel. I don't care about what they want.
That's the thing. How I'm putting you in the mind of a man of his
taste. Of a Zulu man, clearly.
No, it's not like it's only for Zulu men. Zulu people. Even in Xhosa, there's this term. then that's how they
Linda
operate.
said there isn't.
Your opinion, it doesn't matter. As
But
a
then what
wife,
about
you are
see.
just there to serve.
So why are we
If-
perpetuating that, Bafana? And look, I
I'm not
understand.
perpetuating, I'm giving you
But
a
just-
little raw
no,
truth.
but no, your raw truth is perpetuation.
It's
Your
not
raw-
perpetuation.
No,
You
your
guys-
raw truth is that's the way things
I
are.
want you to guys see the things for what they truth.
But that's not how it should be. And if
it doesn't matter how it should be.
Yeah, but
So,
like-
it doesn't matter. What
because
matters is
if
what
it's
is happening.
because it's the Zulu
And
man's vision and it's what he wants and it's what he gets. So
that's
fuck
how he's
everyone
gonna
else.
do it, because his ways must be the way that any must be seen and
Then
also
okay,
be looked at.
in this dictatorship, can he fucking choose a lane and stick to it? Because it's also
You can't tell him, because he will stick in. He will stick and choose whatever that he wants to stick and choose into. But if he wants, okay, he can move on to something else. You know,
okay, but
that's how it is. And
you see,
unfortunately,
that's the word that actually makes it sound wrong. It's like that's the way it is. And you know what? Fine. No, fine.
Yeah.
You know what? Here's where I'm going to say, let's agree to disagree. No? Sorry, Jabu. Sorry, Jabu.
listen.
No, I see.
So it's all is fighting, like I'm saying it. The things why.
No,
I'm giving you a crux of what
But
it's
the
like
reason-
to be a man
Hold on.
who runs his team.
But the
and
reason-
how do you run it successfully?
But Bafana,
you
the
don't
reason-
run with
wait.
democracy. Unfortunately,
You see.
you don't negotiate with the wives. You don't let them impose how you should be ran. You're the one who dictates. You're the one who impose. You're the one who knows what's best. Everything else the wife want is secondary. It's not primary.
Do you know what you
And
just said?
I
Hold
am
on.
now.
Do you know what you just said before that point there? You said, Uguti, the reason that Mselegu is also the way that he is, his percentage is not percentaging, right? You spoke about the fact that because of Makrela and Makrela, he thinks that everything is functioning.
And that's-
properly. Wait, let me land.
That's logic.
Wait, let me
And
land.
reality.
Let me land.
Okay.
His reality is, because these two are fine, I must be doing something right as a husband, right? Unfortunately, when people come with it, that's the way it is. It's the reality. It fuels onto the arrogance of Abomselegu. It fuels onto the arrogance of the men who are in East Tembu. And I feel like what I am fighting here, or not fighting, but what I'm sort of like trying to debate is the fact that, understandably, it was his vision. All of these women brought to East Tembu with Mselegu. They are in the Mselegu household. But unfortunately now, when you're watching Mselegu, who is supposed to be building a home, but while building a home, breaking down other people, it is kind of like, I don't know, it's distasteful to be like, to hear that's the way that it is, to hear that's just the reality, because if he wants to run his dictatorship, and I'm glad you use the word dictatorship because that's what it's becoming. Sure, there doesn't have to be a democracy, right? There doesn't have to be a democracy in whatever that he's doing, but it should not be a dictatorship. I think that word also is like, you're right. He is running it like a dictator in a way, because when he doesn't get his way.
When he doesn't get his way, what does he say?
Exactly. That's why he's doing, because when he doesn't get his way, it's like mabahamba. Mara, what does he do after? Uyakala, uyangingiza. He's the one who's literally like saying, "Oh,
Let me
but these
tell
women
you.
are bullying me."
Umusa is what do they call is a old fox. Like, he knows all the tricks and trade. He knows
And is
everything.
he Mjigela?
And no, as Actem Jigela Umusa, Umusa knows everything that he's doing. And Fuchi was ukudlala with and spin things to his narrative and spin things to favor him. And the fact that he has two people on his corner, it's amazing for him. It's a trump card that he will constantly play, because he knows, okay, that's why Umaktele has been used as a weapon to work against his other wife, because unomundu omsei.
I'm sure he has this thing of it's 3 versus 3, and it doesn't work that way, because he should be out of the equation.
Yeah, but I wonder if any umaktele watch is the day maybe we will see change in that marriage. But if Umaktele is still supporting Umusa through and through,
And that's why they got to gang up on his
never
ass.
change. Umusa will never think of doing anything different. He will think it's even the number 7, and I'm told, and the number 8, the number 9, the number 20, because Umaktele is the person who opened the mnyango for all the other wives.
Also, where did he learn his Tembu? Because he was raised by women and they were not married. Where did he learn his Tembu?
You don't have to learn. You don't have to learn from
So he
anybody.
actually doesn't know the rules of his
So
team.
he's just doing things
There are no
on his
rules,
own.
man.
He's winging it. Bafana,
There's no
Bafana, you know what?
There are no rules you need to learn. You just have to.
I'm so glad you said that just now, because genuinely, Umselegu is winging it. Like
He's not winging it. He has advisors. Angithi inkosi yazi inkosi amadlala uhamba kuyona ukhuluma naye unesithembu nawo lababa unomfowabo that's his late. That Nesthembu, he has advisors and people that he goes to.
And we heard
and we listen, what did he say? Uvugile is a
He's really advised.
it's a copy. It's a copy of. It's a template of his temple, guys.
Two men coming together and saying exactly, and they're both wrong.
Let me tell
that
you,
was where he got his lesson.
Lalela Asiko is temple that thrives through see equal like Kaya. We are all.
We don't have to be equal, but can you please be respected?
No.
Can you be respected?
Your feelings as a woman are not primary,
and that's bullshit. But respect.
That's what he sold in the first season when he bought them Mercedes, all of them. He said he treats them the same. He would buy groceries the same amount of money, so that's why.
Listen, go speak to someone who is Tembini for like Ingane, most especially.
I'm curious
because Ingane they see things more than Abazal.
I want to hear this one's opinion here. I want to hear like what you have to say, because you're right. There's a huge contradiction to what we were sold, even as viewers, versus what we're finding now.
Yeah,
and I want you to go on and unpack that. About like what we were sold at the beginning.
Yeah, no, he sold this vision that he treats his wives the same, and he knows that if he treats them differently, it will cause like conflict and all that stuff. So if he buys a Mercedes, he's gonna buy a Mercedes for all of them. If he buys a house, he's gonna buy a house for all of them. But then in him, Seleku is programmed to think that it's only the materialistic things that are working in a marriage. It's not only just that, because if you look at Mangwabe's chats, she's been mentioning that he's doing great for the kids. He's financially doing well, but he's a horrible husband. Mayeni is also mentioning something a bit different, or maybe a bit of both, where she mentions that he's a great father, but he's failing. But can he be able to manage to do?
I think also with the failing part is because of how they raise Mpumelelo. I think she's not entirely happy with how Mpumelelo was raised.
Love is also something that's a question mark when it comes to Mayeni. With Umatrele, she is fully satisfied, I think, but there's things that are missing in that marriage, because now she tolerates a lot of nonsense and he's lying about her to other wives, which she's very unhappy about. Now, when it comes to Makumalo, all the material stuff were there, but then there was still something.
Makumalo.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Probably.
And then, but what was missing is the whole child situation. Where Musamseleku was not compromising to satisfy his wife, considering the situation. And then to Mangwabe, everything is working well financially, but he's a horrible husband. To Makwela is still new. Everything is rosy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But he's a big contradiction.
You are saying these things, name. All these things you can achieve them when you have one husband and one wife. When you have multiple wives as a husband, those things are definitely gonna lack. Because you're not gonna be able to show up the same way. I know this.
Then you shouldn't have told us that he's gonna have the same treatment.
The thing is that you have to sell it like that. You can't sell it and into the final. You have to sell it that way. When marriage come, when polygamy come, I must sell it in Indonesia 5 rand nonkela. Even though sometimes we know 5 rand missing fear no plastic at night. About go back fang feelings of born. But it's not equal, is it now? So the thing should then is Tembu might be sold as like bafazi bachitha ngokufana don't ngeke uyithole into efanayo from indoda nabafazi abayi 5.
And it's okay that the situation can change, context changes.
That's why the vision kept on changing,
and the vision kept on changing because right, and that is perfectly fine. We understand you like at this point.
And another thing is that we must not only look at Umselegu because he's the one that changed. Nabafazi bashit.
Yes, but I was about to say that
nabafazi bathi sorry.
No.
Nabafazi bashintsha bathi abasafuna ukuzala abanye, bathi abasafuna ukwenza ezinye izinto ngoba abasafuni.
Okay,
that's now them changing,
and also yes, and in you're right. Like I was gonna say, Uti Makumalo, she's now in a point where she can financially do whatever she's doing. Even Umangwabe, like all the other ladies and Maini and all of them. So their situations also changed, right? The thing with marriage is that there will always become a point where we evolve, we change, we're different. I don't want the same things I wanted 10 years ago. And it's okay for us to not want the same things.
As long as we always realign ourselves with the same.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
But you guys act like almost is the only person that has things that he has relinquished in this marriage. There are things that's also like nabafazi nababazi relinquished, but I know asazens Goba wood no good no good. And the thing is, like, as a person, if
I think it's just a children part of things. The whole thing of them. Yeah.
Each and every person has a part to play in this whole mess. I'm not gonna say any.
Okay.
Umosa is not the dominant. He's a dominant part. He might be maybe 50% or 60%, but each and every wife has maybe 10% or 5% into whatever that is happening right now in this marriage.
But you know what the difference is, Bafana? They communicate. They are trying to communicate to this man where they are. They are trying to say...
You can't communicate by oppressing a person.
No, but okay, let me land. Let me get to my point, ne? As much as... Because when I can see you like getting here, but like, I'm just saying to you, ne? For me, I will not take away from Isthembu Sagaban. We know that Isthembu Sagamselegu. We all agree that their marriage has evolved into something completely different. We all agree that they've all changed, and we can all agree that each and every one of them has played a part in where this marriage is right now. The point I'm trying to make is a marriage needs communication, and it needs honesty as well as understanding. Ne? All of these women, to some degree, have held so much grace from Selego, because the reason that there's a number 2, a number 3, and number 4 is because a conversation was had to lead to that happening. It just becomes unfortunate when we sit down, we have an agreement and a conversation that, okay, the needle has moved here. What are we doing for the needle to be here? We come up with an agreement. After that agreement, when you turn around and you backstab me by doing something differently. That's what it seems like Mselegu is doing, where he's not having open and honest conversations with all of these wives to say
he's not consistent with terms of his promises, because he did they made a promise with Uthando, if they reach their 20th anniversary, he can't bring in another wife. But look at what he did.
I think it's like, you know what I'm saying? And they didn't achieve that.
And yes, and it changed.
And then now, what I'm saying? You now realign, you reevaluate things.
What's the point of Makwela in the family? Why is she brought in? What's her role?
To continue to Nenganezo too much. So to continue what the other wives are not now willing to continue.
She have 2 kids now.
There's allegedly.
No, the other one, she denied it. She denied it. Yeah.
Okay, I can deny I'm 33 now tomorrow. And then you're going to say I'm not 33, I'm 25.
Allegedly. It's one child that we know of.
Yeah, apparently there's 2, but people that have spotted her have seen like she's with child, allegedly.
Maybe we'll find out on
we're season 10 or something. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that the changes are not independently on Musa's side. They are also dependent on everybody else's.
He's marked that one.
You know, so that's what I'm saying, that guys, this whole thing here needs everyone to actually own up to their BS and own up to their...
And can the owner of them say, but can the owner of his team own up to his BS? Because
I think the moment Musa owns up into his BS, they use him as like valet. They nail him. Umusa has literally, like, listen, Umusa has tried sometimes to actually try to listen to his wife. Let's not lie and say that he has never. He has tried. But that opened up for him to be nailed into a cross.
But does he listen to understand, or does he listen to respond?
It's not about listening sometimes, it's about also finding a space where like you feel like, okay, if now are you allowing me to be heard as well, as much as you want me to be heard? You can't expect me to hear you when you don't listen to me. So the thing has to come in both ways.
And it also needs to come in the way of, just because you're not hearing what you want to hear, it doesn't mean you have to now sulk, or like you have to feel like I'm attacking you, or because that does happen. Let's be honest, where there's a party that sometimes doesn't hear what he wants to hear, and when it's not what he wants to hear, he feels like, I know we're not hearing each other here. We're going against.
And that's what I'm saying. And they need to be able to take the bitter truth, because some people are just comfortable with just being coddled and not being told. Because the moment that is not what they came here for. Emotional.
Would you not?
And but it's the truth in a sense. Even if like in the context,
there's a way to say things.
Exactly, I'm saying like even if you say that, and you can come up with the truth in a very maybe palatable way where someone can actually hear you. But I'm saying that if any Umusanai is heard, his grievances, you would see that he is someone that also needs to be heard for everything to go on. So you can't constantly say that point Musa.
Do you know, Bafana, if Musa had apologized about that comment, had he apologized about that comment, a lot of this,
I don't
a
think
lot
he
of
would
the stuff
apologize if he feels strongly about it.
But also, it's okay to be like, okay, I did say that. I said it in the wrong.
Because I think what
Jabu's even playing with his hands. Jabu's like, okay, he's just like left. He's watching a tennis match. He's like left. But you know what? We could go on all day about this.
But I love this debate. But what I'm gonna say, this thing is that Umusa, I think the most frustrating part about Le, as I the point Le, you didn't come here to do what you came here to do. It's because she knows Makumalo and if Enuma Kumalo is angry at the very person that is able to give him what he's been longing for and wanting and doesn't want them to come into the house, like
but she's giving options. She's giving him options. He just doesn't want to listen.
I'm saying
he's tried.
You guys getting no,
the thing is, we know what you're saying, and then, like, we get you.
It's like you're getting mad at me.
No, we're not getting mad. You know what the reality is, but like we've seen this. We understand what the reality is.
I don't want to do the IVF ways and stuff.
Then I'm saying that woman has been pregnant, miscarried, had ectopic pregnancy.
Yeah.
But are we not going to acknowledge that she's trying?
I'm saying I'm not gonna acknowledge that. I'm just saying that I would expect maybe a little bit of understanding from you,
marriage
because
is about a compromise on both sides.
That I've sold to every one of you that I want 20 kids. Uma ngabe uthe umile ku2. Uma ngeke uthi akasafune enye ingane nayi ku2. Uma ngicela kade wavala. Unengane engaphi manje Musa? I think 10 kids or something.
12,
12. Where's he gonna get the rest of the 8? He needs to find another wife.
He's got grandkids.
Grandkids are not his kids. You subscribing to the idea and everybody's... So why are you mad now and I'm finding a young woman that's gonna bear me kids?
You know, the thing is, marriage is about a compromise between both parties. So if it's going to be a compromise for one person,
let Cham say his piece.
Why is it that this marriage only benefits him?
It's because it's 10%.
If marriage is about two people, he may be married
to 6 people gain this one.
He's married to 5-6 people, but remember, all of them are individuals. They're not the same person.
True.
So if there's going to be compromises, you can't have the same compromises for all of them. It depends on the type of marriage that you have with each and every wife. Which is what Matalo was also explaining, that if you're going to paint a whole picture about your wives, why is it that it has to be on one portrait when we are all different people? You're married to different women. Yes, we are married to the same person, but it's a different marriage with each and every person. If you're going to paint out problems that we have, it should be a different portrait for each and every wife to explain that I have an issue with this wife because of this and that and that. But if you're going to paint us with the same brush, it doesn't make sense.
You're not seeing me.
Yeah. So it goes back to that also. It's Musamsele thinking that he will treat the marriages the same because he's married to 5 women or 6 women. They're all individuals at the end of the day. He may be married to 5 people, but they're all individuals. They all have different problems. Like Makumala has her own condition where she can't have kids. The other wives can have their own kids. He has 5 kids with
so bonke wane condition uthi abasafuni la.
Yes, they don't want to.
Of which it's their right.
They don't want to, but then he must remember at the end of the day, if there's going to be compromises on both sides.
So let me ask you this. We enter into agreement, and the agreement says that you need to produce me 10 reels, by end of June.
Yeah.
And when I utingo me, I'm waiting cartel, man. I can't give you the other 3. You've done 8, and I'm done 7. I can't give you the other 3. How do you think the relationship between us be like? Okay. If I don't think
you can use that analogy.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. Let's use this because I know what I'm going to say. So let's use that, right? I have to give you 10 videos between now and June. And in those next couple of months, right?
Anything could happen.
Maybe I don't have a voice, or maybe like my camera,
whatever.
My camera breaks, anything could happen in that 10 months, right? My responsibility is to communicate that I can't do this. I can't reach the agreement anymore for these conditions and these reasons, right? And obviously, if we talk, our relationship shouldn't be strained because I've
If you
communicated.
communicate, and that's fine.
You
So
reach
what
it,
must
and
I do on my end? I still need the 10.
You still need the 10 reels. So now you and I need to decide, okay,
solutions.
fine. What's the
I'm
solution?
going to go to Jabu.
I know. Wait, I knew you were going to say that. But hear it this way, right? If the condition now, if there's nothing that I can do, I've tried what I can try, what I have, and I can't, it's fine. Go to Jabu. Jabu can do the next 2 reels, right?
Yeah.
3 reels. Yes, you're going to give me all those 3 videos and 10 I have.
Then now you have 10.
So
however, right? You and I have had a conversation and now you know, and I've also admitted to say, I can't give you what you want. So let's use Jabu as well. He will give you the remainder, right? But what have we done? We've communicated. We've had an agreement, right? And with that agreement, we've made a decision to use Jabu.
That agreement that we had initially was that you were able to fulfill the 10,
and
but you are now unable to fulfill the 10. So you only could do 7. I have to bring in the second person.
Let's say you bring Jabu. No, let's say we agree on Jabu. When you go fetch Bui behind my back, right? Me and Bui, and obviously guys,
broke your promise. You broke the agreement already. Yeah.
You're the one to break the promise first.
I didn't break it because I wanted to.
Oh, so now you are reacting because
yes, now he's reacting. No, I'm done on that one. I'm done.
But you guys see what I'm saying?
No,
everybody had.
But don't renege on our agreement. Don't get Mbuyi when you agreed on Jabu.
I can choose. Maybe Jabu, he's swamped up.
So I should be upset because you're the one who's now flipping things.
Maybe Jabu said hey, I can only give you maybe about in different time frame. And he chop Mbuyi, say, I know tomorrow get one.
Yeah, but also now why ujampela? Why don't you give me a time?
I have deliveries. I'm at deliverables. I'm saying June.
Mariabona, here's the point of why this is gonna become an issue, right? Because we had an agreement. You reneged on the agreement without having a conversation.
You reneged first. You don't want to.
I communicated to say I'm sick,
and it's fine. I'm going to communicate.
Guys, actually, can you tell us on the comment section with this who here is right and who here is wrong? Because
I'm always right. Come on. Always fucking right.
Please, on the comment section, I need.
We can talk about this until
we will.
Just come. We've been dragging a lot. We
poor job tennis match.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, man, we're gonna now jump into drama fix because we've been on a lot on Uthando Nesthembu. Just give us your opinions in the comment section. I know we've said a lot.
Just write hashtag Team Tsulo or Team Bafana and Jabu or Team Tsulo and Jabu.
Oh, so it's 2 against 1. 2v1. Okay, it's fine.
No, maybe just whose team are you on?
But Jabu was like middleman in this whole thing.
He was, but he knows where he stands.
Why are you threatening him?
I'm not threatening him.
You're threatening the man. Literally, come on.
Jabu agrees with what's right. With what's right.
Who do you agree with here?
On both parties.
Exactly.
There's no way.
He's a middleman.
You see, Jabu said very intentionally.
No, he's a middleman. He's just like in the middle of us.
No, I must come a lot of time.
Yeah, guys, we now jump to Drama Fix and we're going to talk about our favorite show, Inimba. Last week we saw a lot happening with Uzweli. Uzweli was like, you know what? I'm no longer negotiating with anybody.
5 foot down, yeah.
So what's happening here? We are doing with this merge and everything. How guys do you feel about that though?
Creepy. No, I hope it's not going to be creepy. Guys, stop it. It was just a trailer.
How do I feel about that? I just don't like how he sidelines his sister. And also, you know how he still has this mentality that women belong in a certain position. Funny enough, they are pushing for Zoleka to be a CEO when Nomfundis was the firstborn, and anyone can be an heir, to be honest, these days. And it's him sort of trying to make Unomfundisa the mother of Gwangukana when there's a lot more she can offer besides being that
a matriarch.
Yeah.
I was so disgusted by Zweli's lack of tone in the way he spoke. He treats Nomfundisa like he's like one of his kids.
Or one of his wives.
Wife, or whatever, stuff like that. He doesn't see her as an equal. In fact,
she's older than him.
Is an older sister.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think Unomfundiso sometimes, I don't agree with some of the things she did, like who come for Nongebo and everything. But I think it's because of what happened. I wonder if any.
What exactly happened? Because he was about to reveal it. I wanted to know what role did Nomfundiso play?
But I don't even think it's about her being a woman. Hey, I think
he's arrogant.
His disdain is like with Uno, whatever she did. I think there's something that she did that makes him feel like she can, because she respects Zolega as a woman.
No, I don't think she respects Zolega as a woman. It's just like that's where it's, and I feel like this probably thing that's who she can control. He can control and maybe dictate to, and then nobody can question because he thinks that he needs a type of a leader, that someone they will not question his authority. You know, because we saw like how he imposes things. Like he wants everybody to just go on board with it. So I'm just thinking maybe he's reeling Zolega in so he can be able to control her.
And it's not gonna work. They're not gonna get along.
Zolega is very stubborn and very independent. And the day Etena against Uzweli is the day Uzobona Konta.
He's gonna try and use Azande.
And this is the thing. I'm just saying that this thing is gonna turn ugly, and I feel like Nomfundiso's wrath is gonna be insane. It's gonna be very difficult. Like it's gonna be very harsh and very much. About the pain she's feeling, she's probably gonna go away to just get the strength to do the shit that she wanted to do. And I feel like what's gonna come out next is just gonna be like throw a bomb in his hand, and he will not.
She better reveal everything. Also, I want to know what exactly.
I want her to go to hell. You know,
because we're getting like snippets of like this drama.
I want her to go to hell. I want her to bring the whole shit down, because at this point, I understand. That's the fact. She wanted one thing. One thing in the many things that she's been sidelined on. She's been sidelined. She's been put it like in a back burner for so long, but she wanted one thing, and one thing that she wanted him to do right, and that one thing he didn't give it to her.
Imagine also him confidently saying in front of everyone, yeah, I want Lazarus to take over, then his son must also take over. That time, who's his son? Uba Vumile, who's not even his biological son.
Who might not be his biological son.
Well, don't say might not. The story says that.
He's for now.
Delusional now.
For now. Listen, guys, let's be honest. Seeds get planted on Inimba. No, they do.
Let's not go over this again, please.
I'm telling you.
No.
Okay, there's a possibility.
Okay.
And when it happens, you owe me like a case of champagne.
Okay. You owe me what? A case of Hennessy. We're batting on that. So, what happened on the table? I disliked it a lot. With I understand that Nomfundiso was just spiraling on it, and then but Lazarus coming at it wasn't umshado wena kanje forgetting that Nomfundiso wamkhulisa Lazarus to be the man that he is today. He was the homemaker. She was everything that a mother that he needed growing up. But then now you're gonna call that person to umshado.
I don't tolerate the disrespect, but Nomfundiso has done a lot of stuff also. And I think Lazarus has been trying to remain composed, but he really kept his composure to a certain extent, and he got tired and was like, I'm not going to let this happen. And also on the other hand, Zolega has been pushing for him to like speak up because she felt like she's alone in this whole thing. So
the thing is, like, I feel like when everyone speaks, they speak with disrespect, not trying to to speak and to make things better, like having an amicable way of resolving things. Everybody, if I take it to 10, everyone wanted to take it to 100. Nobody wanted to take it down to 5. I'm like, hey, let's what. Nobody is willing to do that, and that's the thing is, I feel like, and then there's so many people, there's so many egos involved in the situation, and I feel like what will break this family to shreds. And I feel like even though Azande and everybody there is just extremely arrogant.
But that's why they need Zolega though. I think
Zolega is arrogant too.
No,
so.
But wait, Uzolega, ne? And she proved it this week. Uzolega, as much as she's caused commotion, right? After that whole situation where Laz was coming for Utabs, right? Which I kind of also understand why Laz went the way that he did, because now you're not even just dragging my wife, you're also putting my sister in this. And I think with everyone, like Unongaba was like, that there you've crossed the line, because I do feel like there's something happening in Nongaba's marriage that the family knows of, but they don't talk about it. So it's like you're crossing a line.
Suspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're like, she doesn't want to talk about it. But I do think that the way Uzolega was like, you know what? We can't keep talking to each other like this. I'm having a family meeting.
Imagine Umakoto figure at a family meeting.
I like
but
that
she was told from that she's the matriarch. So as a matriarch, that's your role, to bring the family together.
I can ruin it. I mean, yes, I've caused this tension, but unintentionally.
Not unintentionally, don't lie.
It is. I mean,
your husband literally told you, and even Nonebo told you what's this gonna cause.
But I need to remember it was Grumpy who then like cornered her, and then she
no, she was not cornered.
She had let it
She was willing to spill.
Hey, you mean now it's like you were cornered, girl? You were cornered. Grumpy Namni Xaba.
Okay, but I feel like a lot is gonna happen with the Ghana industry situation, and also Azanda was like, no, I don't want to sit in the table of the Nguganas. You can keep your shit offer from you, and I don't want to be part of it. Of which I feel like, you know what, it's kind of standing with her mother, you know, not just to say, okay, I said, Azanda was promised like a lot. He left his life in New York and come back in South Africa to come for what? To be backstabbed by the very people that made him to leave his life from overseas, only for them to just make decisions behind his back and not involve him. The problem here for me has always been said, Uthando, if there is different ideas being changed or different thoughts, why are we not sitting in the table and having a conversation about it? Why are we?
I agree. The way it was done was fucked up.
Why are we doing things in the corners and not involving everybody that needs to be involved? That is part of this whole thing, and that's my issue with this whole thing. But if they did it the right way, I don't think this would have caused so much.
But what drama would we be seeing if they did it the right way?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I was sad about my way too, though. I feel like, for me, I kind of get my way to wanting to leave, and this happens to people in corporate all the time.
Yeah,
where you reach a glass ceiling. There's like, you want to grow, but there's no space because there's only a certain amount. Of
and you see people walking up above you and everything.
And when are you in? One place. And Mawetu is a value. Let's be honest, guys. Mawetu has literally been an asset.
And that was a stupid meeting of them. I'm like, they were just trying to feed him bullshit.
But I sort of watched that scene and I thought to myself, okay, fine, maybe you're not ready to talk about the growth that is about to come, because I'm sure.
But the fact that they were able to talk about growth and the merger like days later,
what does that put in?
They just didn't want to give him anything solid, and I'm just like,
the arrogance will hurt them in the process.
It will, because they're not valuing like the my witch is there, guys. Every hack that we've seen,
and the worst thing about a merger is that it creates uncertainty for clients, because clients want a company that's going to be able to focus on them. Now you have a lot on your table, so busy now. So I'm not going to be like the main focus.
If anything happens, it's going to affect the whole entire company, even Kusela Tech. If anything happens within the Ghana industry, it affects Kusela Tech also.
It's not like about Kusela Tech being like a standalone.
Yeah.
So I think that's when now Sydney will be able to use on the technologies, will be able to capitalize.
They could have just easily said that, how about we have 2 CIOs?
Because maybe now, like we can build a branch of Kusela in Cape Town.
Not really, because now Zoleka is going to become CEO of Ghana Industries. Lazarus is the chairman of the board and owner of the company. Then what's going to happen to that vacant position? Because they still need a CEO for Kusela Tech. They could have easily given that position to Mawetu.
Manager or something.
Yeah, or maybe have 2 CIOs in the company.
I don't think so.
Like, I don't think Mawetu is ready to be a CEO, but
CIO.
But I think he was saying like Zolega's position is now open.
No, I think he's the CEO of everything. I get
who.
Zolega is going to be a CEO of...
No, but I get that's what Jabu's saying when she runs in Ghana as the whole thing.
But I think you can have multiple CEOs.
No, you can't. You have to have one, because it's going to be one. I guess the thing is like now it's like a sub company within a major company. So you have everything. You can have a project manager or a general manager for
But remember
section.
With MultiChoice also, they had a CEO for MultiChoice, I think, and then there was a CEO for MultiChoice Africa or something like that. So there were 2 CEOs.
I think it's because it's now continental and also local.
Yeah, so Ghana is about to go global, so I think it will make sense.
But I don't think they can promise him that, because they don't even know they can reach that. So it's something that they have to make those commitments one they've seen, okay, we can do 1 and 2 and 3. Of which I feel like now they're all writing, everything is the writing is not on the wall yet. It's just them like just thinking it's okay, we want to do this and that. And also as on the babies on fire, because I feel like everything is just like, you know, it's rush. I don't know, you know. So because I feel like if any Les was talking with Azan, why based on fire is what position?
Maybe COO.
Sikuningi, man, sikuningi. To Mega, it's the thing is like it's getting.
She deserves everything.
She wants half of everything,
which she deserves.
Tumega Zenande deserves.
I met her for the first time on Friday. Oh my god!
Oh, you're gonna show that picture of us, right?
She knows me, guys.
She's like, yes, she knows that.
She knows me. Oh no, when you don't like Tumega, no, guys, Tumega stresses me. I'm like, no, I know she stresses me, but I like her, but I don't like her because I'm like, guys. It was very nice to meet her.
No, she's a lovely SAFTA winning actress. We love her, but Tumega.
But yeah, no, like, you know, it's very nice to know that you know,
they see us, they know us.
And then we took a picture of the three of us. I want a picture with all the three of you. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice, that's so cool. But her wanting 50% is crazy, including the house and the company.
I almost laughed when Shati said, so when Ozen Antoni kulum chat, he's spooning in
But guys, wasn't Shati the one who just a few days ago was like,
you can take half of everything, it's fine.
But I didn't think maybe he didn't think that she would go that far. Maybe she would want those things that are in the eyes of.
No, Saifuni 5 million to Tina.
Exactly. And we asked 5 million.
Yes.
She was heartbroken when he went to go hustle for that 5 million.
We deserve that 5 million.
She deserves half of that.
Headquarters.
What Tshedza needs to do, you need to just settle and just give him maybe $1 million or something.
I go Sydney. No, he must go to Sydney, take that job, that contract that he was freaking offered, because that's money. And dude, as much as we're going to say Utumega came in with nothing, sure, but let's not act as if a woman who is taking care of the home is not giving the man the opportunity to build. He built, and she was there to support. She was there to, you know, I'm sure Ogutu Tumega has probably cleaned floors when the business was started. I don't know, but I'm just saying, I do think maybe 50% of everything is a little bit wild. But I do think Tumega.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Tshedza need to probably offer maybe like Zolega did.
We're not taking anything less than 2 million.
Like maybe like I'm offering you 1 million, and then
2.5 actually.
And then if she says no,
and the house.
Oh, the house kids, I can't. And I want to mind that this is gonna.
How many meals has she cooked for those people in that house? Utumega 20 years younger. Pegelu Tulani no Tandega.
That's the wife duty. What man must be?
Why
now we want 2.7?
They got married last year.
How
they got married last year?
20 years younger, guys. 21.
That's why guys most who keep it for 20 years must be shot. That was within a year.
But still, after that year, you still deserve. You're gonna get. But also, Tati is a dumbass. I'm so sorry to say this, because how are you just in a situation where you are fighting for 50% and you don't protect yourself?
I was just saying the same thing. I'm like, how are you not protecting yourself? Why are you not putting a prenup or whatever like into this? Because you don't want to, you know, subject, because you just saw what you did.
I don't think he anticipated a divorce between him and Tumega. That's
also,
the problem.
I don't think Tumega even divorce. I don't think they're gonna get divorce.
It's just it's a phase.
I hate it when you say that, because you might be right.
It's a phase.
Because Tumega was shocked. I'm like, what was I in, man? You said you how. Like, because even if we man, what if I know?
And Uthando has been mentioning, Guti, these people are going through a lot. It's just grief and pain they've caused for each other.
I think it's just, but I think now it's gonna lead. I think Uyanga is probably gonna be the reason why they reconsider, because Uyanga is gonna spiral out.
Hey, Young was so spoiled.
And she's a teenager, so
yeah, she's gonna spiral out. I think that's gonna lead them to like, okay, and no, to make weird for Alana and stuff. And you know how to touch me. You always know how this.
Oh, guys, hey, I see skip your breakup, but yeah, that thing is gonna go in a bit of a loop. I know.
I don't think they will go through the whole divorce thing. It's gonna be a lot for them, I think.
I hope
And maybe
they do,
maybe they will. It will take time for them to go back to a place where like they love each other again. But I feel like the divorce is gonna be a lot for them. But I maybe I'm wrong.
I hate when a show does that, where it like we spend 2 months invested in a divorce, and then the last day where they're supposed to divorce, they're like,
They
actually,
rethink it.
let's fix it. I was because I know I'm gonna be on Tumega's side. Njengoba ngithi 2.5 million lesifuna.
Nemzondo hlathini yazi phela nemzondo Thumeka ngoba
No, but I agree with the Tumega needs to be
But
accountable.
I like what Zoleka did. What like kufanele uthole umsebenzi Ntombi.
Mahambo sebenza.
Akabosebenza uThumeka. Ayazi
Ngoba
naba
bazokudelela. Bazokudelela.
Yeah, I know, man. Anything what you guys been watching?
I've been watching. Was it Something Very Bad Is Gonna Happen on Netflix? An Imperfect Woman. What an incredible series!
Yes,
It's so good on Apple TV. Something very.
Started actually.
It's good. Trust me, it's good. I think there's like
it
3
gets,
episodes.
let's be honest, it gets better after like all on episode 3 is like now we're watching.
Very
the show.
scandalous. Also, I think Kerry Washington and affairs. What's with her and playing characters?
Listen,
they're always in an affair.
give Kerry Washington a white man, a bad wig, and and lots of money, and she'll give you a show, because it's like Olivia Pope 2.0.
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. Oh, also, what's the other one on Netflix you said? What?
It's a horror series.
Yeah, it's a
Apparently, it's from the same creators of Stranger Things. I love this series. It's actually shot so beautifully. Like, the creativity is on another level. Like, those people, they know how to create shows. And I'm about to finish. I think there's like 2 episodes left that I'm about to. It has like 8 episodes.
Eight episodes, okay.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. If you like horror shows, I think you'll definitely
I've
enjoy
been
this
watching
one.
horror shows since that.
Well, Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, I haven't watched a horror show in a while.
So I also literally, that's the only thing I watched this week. The
Imperfect Woman. Yeah.
I must admit, the first 2 episodes, I was kind of like, because people are hyping it up, I was like, oh,
I saw it, like it's been trending even on my
Yeah.
timeline.
But episode 3 got me so hooked. I feel like Kerry Washington is gonna piss us off. Well, her character on there is gonna piss us off. She's dumb and she's annoying.
Eleanor, isn't it?
Eleanor, yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, but I think the finding out who did it is like, okay, getting all of these clues and everything. It's fun. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Yeah.
I finished Paradise. Yeah.
Now you fine. We 1 episode left though.
I'm just annoyed with these guys. They're just annoying me at this point. They were trolling me, telling me, you haven't started it. And I finished way before them. And they said, I know you must get on it quick. I'm like, I got on it 1 week, finished it, watched the finale today, and amazing. For season 2.
Oh, so it was the finale.
Season 3.
The finale, yeah. Season 3.
Okay. Well,
The finale is dropped today, and it's called Exodus.
Yeah.
Amazing.
We'll check it out. Don't worry.
I just want to spoil it because I'm just annoyed with them. Yeah.
Don't do that. If you spoil it, we're gonna be like in Doom. You'll see me stand up, stoning out, keeping my.
All I know is that Xavier is having it hard.
No, we'll watch it.
He's. I don't know if he's gonna make it to season 3.
Xavier has it hard. We understand. Stop talking.
No, he's dead.
No, he's talking shit. And if you're spoiling it, because now you're spoiling it for everyone else.
No, everyone else have watched it because I told them last week, and you guys are the exception of this because you didn't listen. Because Xavier died, he get killed by Sinatra. Sinatra, because Jones, obviously get killed by.
So anyway, another thing I almost forgot to tell you: Daredevil season 2. Daredevil.
I don't give a shit about it, but I'm just telling you that Xavier
watch that too.
is dying.
Dude, Daredevil.
So
people
I
are
don't know
dying there too.
And the funny part,
people die there too.
And the sad part, he dies right in front of his wife.
Guys, that has been another episode of the review. Cut the cameras.
So he dies in front of his kid, and they see
the cameras
getting killed, and I'm just like, fucking hell.
And I know you're bullshitting us, but I somehow I don't know.
Who is staring? Ufaganjani.
No, but
After watching Game of Thrones, that
guys, you guys saw Sinatra dying last season, but he didn't actually
we
die.
knew she wasn't dying. She was just,
But like we all thought she was dying.
No, we didn't. Because Jane said, I can't afford to have you dead yet.
But the thing is, like, you can't afford, but the person is literally shot and like in the chest.
So much on the show I want to believe.
Who's Xavier?
What's wrong? Yeah,
What?
what's wrong, Bafan?
Who's Xavier?
Guys-
Esebuya emazweni.
Guys, this is the delay.
Ebuya emazweni.
Don't forget to
Anzima.
like and subscribe, guys. Like,
Emazweni.
I'm about to storm out. Can't do this anymore. I'm done.
Come on, we have to finish the show, bro.
Something about paradise.
But yeah, obviously, like, but yeah, we're gonna talk about it in full
We'll
depth.
talk about it next week.
In full depth about it. But I just wanted to give people what I'm sure they're excited about it. But yeah, man, let's show a candidate for season 3. Maybe we're gonna have a new lead. I'm thinking maybe that black lady. I forgot her name, man. What's the one that got arrested? Maybe
Yes, she was working with Xavier. The
yeah.
detective,
Maybe she's the one that's gonna take on the
like
lead
that
now.
one.
Unless maybe they bring back Xavier from the dead. I don't know how.
What's with?
Or maybe they go
woman?
back in the time, because sometimes they can do that. And
Yes.
they do it doing with the president.
Fana, if I watch that episode and he really does die, I'm gonna call you screaming.
And that doesn't change. In fact, that's enough scored.
Because let me tell you,
because right now,
you know what you did. Let me tell you what you did. Remember when you said episode 4? You're like, oh, we were just getting used to. I was like, I watched it, ne? And I'm like, the only thing I kept saying was, I hope she doesn't lose the child. But then when you said, but we've bonded, I was like, I know who's gonna die here. I kept watching, but I'm like, it would have been so much better to watch this without the information.
But you don't watch, and then you tell me, I've been watching. This is binge corner. In the binge corner, I pick up on what I've binged, and like that's what I'm saying. You want another spoiler?
You're gonna binge me like crashing out now.
You want another spoiler?
No.
Okay.
No. We're done.
Dr. Torabi kills
We're
someone.
done. Like, wrap it up.
Anyway, guys, it's another exciting, lengthy episode of the review, and I go by the name of Tembu.
And I'm Jabu McDonald.
And I'm a very angry Cardi 8 solo.
And we don't give a fuck. So peace out.
Review.